Hi, I'm John Picarello, co-founder and chief leadership officer here at Lions Pride Leadership Company. And today I want to talk to you about the land of attitude. And you might be wondering, what in the world is that, the land of attitude? Well, the land of attitude really is the place where you live, because attitude is first impression. The first thing people are impacted with when you show up in a room or when you meet someone for the first time is they're going to catch your attitude, your demeanor. And there's three aspects to having a good attitude, to not only to make a first impression, because first impression, of course, just opens the door, but you want to stay in the room. And the way you do that is to maintain a high quality attitude. It has to be in your DNA. It has to be a part of you. It's a part of your demeanor. So it can't be a tool just to get you in the door, because that's sort of manipulative. So the land of attitude, the reason I say that is because the land is where you live. And the three components of having a good attitude and maintaining a good attitude, I'm sure there's but we're going to look at three. There's definitely more. And the first one is honesty and humility. I like those two H's. And to have a good attitude, the first thing you really need to be is honest, because people could see through that. When we're dishonest, disingenuous, then what happens is what you're saying doesn't resonate with people. But if you're honest, who you are comes through everything you talk about. So the first thing you want to do is be honest. And in honesty, it takes a degree of humility, because we always like to put up the big, the best face and the big front, and like to talk about the positives. But if you really want to be honest, you need to be humble and willing to talk about the negative side, because other people can learn so much more about you, about how you handle the negatives in your life. We all have negatives. So to put on a polished front, I'm not saying, look your worst, sound your worst. But the thing is, it's all window dressing, it doesn't really resonate with people. So in being honest, you need to be humble. And being humble means put other people first. Don't have such a high view of yourself. Doesn't mean don't be self-confident, but don't think more of yourself you ought to, because really we're all in the same boat. People are people. We have our ups, we have our downs, we have our great moments, we have our ugly moments. And when you're honest with all of it, it really draws people in. People like being around people who don't take themselves so seriously that they can't be honest on their down moments. And the second thing is be respectful. And I endeavor to be respectful to all people, whether you like them or not, whether you agree with them or not. There may be people that you wouldn't have over your house for dinner. But the thing is, if you find yourself in a work environment with them, it's still important to be humble and be respectful. And being respectful means that understanding other people, how they feel. Think about the golden rule. Do things to other people that you would like to have done to you. So a good way to be respectful is to understand the golden rule. How do you want to be treated? How would you like to be spoken to? And how would you like to be looked upon? If you are respectful to other people, you'll receive respect in return, and usually more so. It comes with interest, especially if you're honest. And that's an important thing, because that opens the doors to conversations, it opens the doors to friendships, it opens the doors to work environment. It opens so many doors, because your influence will ride on your honesty and your respectability. So if you're respectful of people, you will gain respect. And what does that do? It makes you more credible. And finally, the third one is the O, which is open-minded. So if you have a good attitude, you're going to be open-minded, because you like being honest. So you're honest with yourself, but honestly, you want to know about other people. So be open-minded to different personality types, different ways of doing things, different modes of communication. And also, be open-minded to other people. They have different backgrounds, and it may not be like yours. They may not see things the way you see them. But when you're open-minded, you learn so much more, because we don't know everything. You might be an expert in one area, but no one has cornered the market of knowledge. Nobody's perfect. So if you're open-minded, you will always be learning. Lifelong learners are open-minded, because they never know when the next lesson's coming from. So that will help your attitude. So in the land of attitude, think first about being humble and being honest. Secondly, that you've got to be respectful. Respect all people because human dignity is there. Everyone, by the nature of being human, just deserves a dignified reception from you and I. So be respectful to people and put them on a pedestal, if you will, as far as you can learn something from them. And third, being open-minded because you never know who you can learn from and where the next lesson's coming from. So I hope that helps you with the land of attitude, because if you take those three, you'll have a positive attitude because you're outgoing and you'll always be open for new things from new people. So I'd like to thank you for spending the time with me. I hope this added value to you. So until next time, be blessed and dwell positively in the land of attitude. Thank you.